Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? My name is Matthew Abraham. I am the Secretary of Greater Atlanta Malayali Association. On behalf of the Executive Committee of GAMA, I wish you all a very good afternoon, and we move on to the first segment of today's events, which is the inaugural meeting. Dear friends, it is my duty to welcome all of you to this inaugural meeting. I am so proud and privileged to welcome the executive members of GAMA to the stage. We have a team of talented individuals who have come together striving to make GAMA better than even it was before. Thus, taking part in its 33rd year of heritage. May I welcome the President, Thomas Epen, to the stage. He is the right individual to the President of this year. He has served 2 terms in the past as the Secretary and Joint Secretary. Mr. Thomas Epen, please come to the stage. I would now welcome the Vice President, Joseph Ilakad, a wise and learned individual with lots of experience. Joseph Ilakad, please come to the stage. Secretary, myself, Matthew Abraham. Treasurer, Shaibi Thomas, who brings 20 plus years of financial services experience to GAMA. Joint Secretary, Shajiv Padmanivas, who brings in a lot of socio-cultural experience to GAMA. At this time, let me welcome the other multi-talented executive members of GAMA who brings a lot of experience. Manoj Thomas, past President of 2012 and Cultural Committee Chair during 2006. Manu Govind, Sivakumar SG, Jiboy Thomas, Yasser Abdul, Suja Joseph, George Karivelil, who is an active member of GAMA for the last 23 years, and Binoy Varghese. At this time, I would like to invite our chief guest, General David Poitras, who is the former Secretary of State and Commissioner of Labor of the State of Georgia. Please come to the stage. Most of you know General Poitras, who has also served as the Adjutant General of the Georgia National Guard from 1999 until 2007, and a good friend of Indian community. General Poitras, we are honored to have you today, and we welcome you to this inaugural meeting. May I request our beloved guest, Consul Dajinder Singh, to come to the stage. Mr. Singh is the Consul, Passport and Visa, and Head of Chancery in the Indian Consulate at Atlanta. He is very dear and near to us, and is always helpful when we are in need. Sir, we are honored to have you and welcome you to this inaugural meeting. Dear members and guests, who fuels Vismayam today? All of you are beloved members. I know there are several of you among in the audience who have been instrumental in molding this organization into its shape today. I know we have some of our priests, religious leaders, representation from various Indian associations, sponsors, advertisers are also with us. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you to this inaugural meeting. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite our President, Thomas K. Eapen, for presidential address.
Good afternoon. I deemed it a privilege to be called upon to deliver the presidential address at this very auspicious occasion. I am humbled and honored to stand here today. General David Poitras, Rajinder Singh, distinguished community leaders, and my dear Gamma members. I am very glad to say that your presence has graced this auspicious occasion. General Poitras is a great friend of Indian community. He is a Desert Storm veteran and a graduate from Emory Law School. General, we are very fortunate to have you here today. Mr. Rajinder Singh is the second in charge in Indian Consulate, Atlanta. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation in spite of your busy schedule. We are pleased to extend our cooperation and support to General Poitras and the Consul Rajendra. Great Atlanta Malayali Association has a tradition and heritage of long 33 years. We as members are very proud of the same and appreciate all ex-presidents along with the executive committee for their overwhelming contribution towards the growth of this organization. Our members are the backbone of this organization, and it is our responsibility to stand together for the prosperity and the betterment of the society. On behalf of Gamma, I request your cooperation and support this year. I am very proud of our 2014 Executive Committee. We have a group of dedicated and talented individuals this year. The committee has already carved out this year's programs. For your convenience, the information is listed in our website under Gamma Calendar. General and Council, with your permission, I would like to switch my speech into Malayalam. ഈ സ്നേഹസദസ്സിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന സ്നേഹിതരെ, അന്ധകാരത്തിനെതിരെയുള്ള വെളിച്ചത്തിന്റെ ഗോപുരങ്ങളാവണം നമ്മുടെ ഈ സ്നേഹസംഗമം. സ്നേഹത്തിന്റെ ഇത്തരം ഒത്തുചേരലാണ് മാനവരാശിയുടെ അഭ്യുന്നതിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും അനിവാര്യം എന്ന ആദരണീയനായ നിത്യചൈതന്യതി സാമൂഹിക സാംസ്കാരിക പ്രസ്ഥാനങ്ങളുടെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളെ അഭിനന്ദിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഒരിക്കൽ പറയുകയുണ്ടായി. കലയിലും സാഹിത്യത്തിലും വിരിയുന്ന ദേശീയോത്ഗ്രഥനത്തെ കണ്ടെത്താൻ കഴിയണം. ആളുകളെ അകറ്റാനല്ല, മറിച്ച് അവരെ ഒന്നിപ്പിക്കുവാനും ഭാഷയും മതവും സംഘടനകളും നിലകൊള്ളേണ്ടത്. ക്രിയാത്മകമായ നേതൃത്വം സമൂഹത്തിന് അനിവാര്യമാണ്. സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു സ്വർണ്ണ നൂലുകൊണ്ട് ലോകത്തെല്ലാവരെയും ഒന്നിച്ചു നിർത്തേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. ഹൃദയത്തിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ നിന്ന് വരുന്ന സ്നേഹോഷ്മളമായ ഓരോ വാക്കും മറ്റൊരുവന്റെ ഹൃദയത്തെ സ്പർശിക്കാതെ പോകുകയില്ല. കാളിദാസന്റെ കാവ്യമായാലും ബെഥോവിന്റെ രാഗതന്ത്രികളായാലും മൈക്കലാഞ്ചലോയുടെ ശില്പഭംഗിയായാലും ഷേക്സ്പിയറുടെ കവന കൗമുദിയായാലും അത് അവരുടെ ഹൃദയത്തിന്റെ ആഴങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് അവയെല്ലാം ലോക ജനതയെ ഹഠാത് ആകർഷിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. യേശുദേവന്റെ കാൽപ്പാടിന്റെ സുഗന്ധവും വിശുദ്ധ പ്രവാചകന്റെ കൈവിരലുകളുടെ പരിമളവും ശ്രീരാമചന്ദ്രന്റെ പാതാരബിന്ദങ്ങളുടെ കാന്തിയും ശ്രീബുദ്ധന്റെ സ്വപ്നാടകങ്ങളുടെ നിഗൂഢതയും എല്ലാം ഒരു സ്നേഹവിരുന്നിൽ സന്ധിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. ആ സ്നേഹവിരുന്നിൽ പങ്കാളികളാവാൻ ഭാഗ്യം കിട്ടിയവരാണ് നാം ഓരോരുത്തരും. ആ ധന്യമായ നാടിന്റെ ആസേത് ഹിമാചലം മുതൽ നീണ്ടു പരന്നു കിടക്കുന്ന സംസ്കാരത്തിന്റെ ഭൂതലം, ഗംഗയുടെ യമുനയുടെ കാവേരിയുടെ ഗോദാവരിയുടെ കളകളാരവം, പെരിയാറിന്റെ അലമാലകളുടെ നാദം മനസ്സിലുണ്ടാവണം. അത്ഭുതകരമായ സാംസ്കാരിക ശക്തി വിശേഷമാണ് നമുക്കൊക്കെ മുമ്പിലുള്ള ഏറ്റവും വലിയ അന്തർധാര. വയലോപ്പള്ളിയുടെ കവിത പോലെ ഏത് നൂതന സങ്കല്പങ്ങളിൽ വളർന്നാലും ഏത് യന്ത്രവൽകൃത ലോകത്ത് പുലർന്നാലും കൊന്ന പൂക്കൾ എന്നും നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിലുണ്ടാവണം. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ സംസ്കാരത്തിൽ 5 സ്തംഭങ്ങളാണുള്ളത്, പഞ്ചസ്തംഭങ്ങൾ. സത്യം, വച, ധർമ്മം, ചര, മാതൃദേവോ തമ, പിതൃദേവോ തമ, ആചാര്യ ദേവോ ഭവ. സത്യമേ പറയാവൂ, ധർമ്മത്തെ മുറുകെ പിടിക്കണം. മാതാവ് ദേവതുല്യാണ്, പിതാവ് ദേവതുല്യനാണ്, ആചാര്യന്മാർ ദേവന്മാരെ പോലെയാണ്. ഈ 5 കാര്യങ്ങൾ മുറുകെ പിടിച്ചാൽ മനുഷ്യരെല്ലാവരും സ്നേഹമാകുന്ന സ്വർണ്ണ നൂലുകൊണ്ട് ബന്ധിക്കുവാൻ നമുക്ക് കഴിയും. ഞാൻ ഉപസംഹരിക്കുകയാണ്. I take this opportunity to thank all of you for giving us the privilege to serve you this year. The 2014 Executive Committee is committed to carry forward the light of Gamma throughout this year. Let me conclude with our 2014 slogan. Gamma 2014 is striving to be more than we have ever been. Thank you.
At this time, let me invite General Poitras for the felicitation speech.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Dr. Ethan, congratulations on your election. Congratulations to the elected officers and directors of Gamma. I know you're going to have another very successful 34th year of Gamma in the history of Georgia and Atlanta. And I thank you for inviting me to be part of this important ceremony. Some years ago, I was at Patrick Air Force Base in Florida, not far from Cape Canaveral. And they were telling me then about the problems that they had in the early days of the space program. And the problem was they didn't have what they needed to build the space vehicles out of. This was new ground. This was long before the space shuttle. They needed something that was lighter than iron, that was too heavy, stronger than aluminum, that was too flimsy. They needed something that would be very strong to withstand the pressures of the launch. They needed something that would be malleable and bendable so that it would be able to expand and contract through the launch and in space and back into the atmosphere. They needed something that would not freeze up and become brittle in the cold of outer space, and they needed something that could withstand the heat of reentry. And there was no metal that met these requirements. And so they began experimenting, and they took steel and they added more carbon, and they added some nickel, and they got stainless steel, and they added some cobalt, and they added some other things, some arsenic for a catalyst, and maybe some sulfur. And they heated it, and then they cooled it, and then they pounded it, and they heated it again. And they kept adding and subtracting and building and blending. And eventually they came up with the metal that they needed to build a spacecraft. It took a long time, and it took a lot of different pieces in the process. And it seems to me that is a very fitting microcosm of the United States of America. Except for a very, very few people, some of what we call Native Americans, all of us came from somewhere else. We may have come here 1 generation ago, or 5 generations ago, or maybe 10 generations ago, but not much more than that. And we all brought something with us, each one of us, each one of our families, each one of our communities. We brought our energy and our vision and our imagination and our vitality to this country. And we have melted it, and we've cooled it, and we've hammered it, and we've continued to blend it. And now we have this very, very powerful, strong, malleable alloy of metal that we call the United States of America. And we have all contributed to that. We've all contributed to that, and we're all foreigners here. Some of our families came from Europe, some came from the Far East, some came from South Asia, some from Africa, some from South and Central America. We all came here from somewhere else, and we have all brought the best that we could to offer. At the same time, our country is so unique in that we're not just free to celebrate, we are encouraged to celebrate our cultural identity. We're encouraged to acknowledge where we came from and our customs and our food and our entertainment and our clothing and our ways of speaking and worshiping. We're all different and we celebrate that. For heaven's sakes, last month we celebrated St. Patrick's Day, a celebration that's well over 1,000 years old, and for one day almost all of us in this country considered ourselves to be Irish. And so it's important that we celebrate our cultural diversity and preserve it and remember where we came from and who we are and who our ancestors are. And Mr. President, in that regard, I was researching the website of Gamma before coming here, and I was noticing the mission statement. And the mission of Gamma is to promote and spread the cultural, social, and religious heritage of Kerala among our younger generation. And that is a wonderful mission statement. I would only invite you to consider adding a couple of words at the end and say, among our younger generation of Americans, our younger generation of Kerala Americans. And what a story this community has to tell. What a story you have to tell, and what a history to relate to all the other communities in America. Kerala has, on the United Nations Human Development Index, which is the measure of the quality of life and the potential of human life in a particular area, Kerala has the highest rating of any state in India. Kerala has the longest life expectancy of any state in India. It has the lowest infant mortality. It has the highest literacy rate. Actually, it has the highest rate anywhere in the world at 100% literacy rate. It has the lowest student-teacher ratio in India. One teacher per 25 students, 1 per 25. And I can tell you from my experience, those schools are very, very good. The Secretary of State of Georgia licenses all of the professions in Georgia. We license all the doctors, all the engineers, all of the architects. And when I was Secretary of State, the Indian community was much smaller, but we were beginning to see lots of doctors and lots of architects and engineers being licensed in the state of Georgia. And on that paperwork, it showed a lot of them, and I couldn't tell you the number, but a whole lot of the high-level professional people in the state come from Kerala, and they're your people, and you should be proud to have them in the state of Georgia. Kerala is regarded as being the cleanest state in India. It's regarded as having the highest ethical standards in business and government. And you'll be pleased to know, in case you don't know this, you will be pleased to know, Kerala has the largest population in India, the largest population of domesticated elephants, 700 domesticated elephants. So it's no wonder that National Geographic Travel Magazine calls Kerala one of the 10 paradise spots in the world. It's no wonder that Condé Nast Travel Magazine calls Kerala a must-see destination in all the world. And it's no wonder that not just the Kerala Tourist Bureau, but indeed the whole world is coming to refer to this spot on the earth as God's own country. So, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for what this community has added to the alloy of the United States of America. I compliment you on preserving and promoting the cultural heritage of your community. And I congratulate you on one more 33rd inaugural celebration. Thank you so much.
Thank you, General Poetess, for your remarkable speech. You really made us feel proud when you shared your knowledge with all of us. Aren't you all proud? Next, I would like to invite Council Tajinder Singh to deliver a speech.
Good afternoon. Mr. Thomas Yappan, President Gamma, Executive Committee members, distinguished General David and friends. It is my honor and privilege to be here, and I extend all of you on behalf of Consulate General of India in Atlanta the best wishes on the occasion of 33 annual inaugural function of Gamma. I thank Gamma for giving me this opportunity to say a few words on this occasion. General has said several things about Kerala, but let me add something, General, that Kerala is the land of coconuts also. Gamma took roots as an organization with just a dozen Malayali families in 1981 and has grown into a vibrant organization in the last 33 years, consisting of doctors, engineers, nurses, IT, and business professionals. Gamma has contributed immensely to spread the cultural, social, and religious heritage of Kerala among younger generation. Gamma has been organizing several events, cultural, educational, and family entertainment. I was giving just 2 minutes, so I will conclude my speech in very brief, and I will add a few words. Without taking much time, I would once again like to congratulate Gamma for their 33 annual celebration and wish them all the best in their future endeavors. And I also extend full cooperation of Consulate General of India in Atlanta to do any service to Gamma and our Malayali fellows. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. We always feel at home when the council is with us. Thank you. At this time, this will be the formal inauguration of the activities of Gamma 2014, which will be done by lighting the traditional lamp or Nilavilaka. I would now invite our guest, General Poitras, Mr. Singh, President Mr. Epen, Vice President Mr. Ilakad, and Treasurer Mr. Shaibi to come and light the lamp. I now invite our treasurer Shaibi Thomas for order of thanks.
Distinguished guests, respected parents, beloved children, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and pleasure to say the vote of thanks on behalf of Gamma 2014. First and foremost, let us thank the Almighty for His providence. Gamma 2014 express its sincere thanks to our chief guest, General David Poitras. We really appreciate your friendly gesture by being present with us today. With all your good wishes, thank you. Gamma 2014 express its sincere thanks to Mr. Dejinder Singh, Counsel and Head of Chancery of Indian Consulate, Atlanta. Thank you. Gamma 2014 had invited several community and religious leaders to this event. We express our sincere thanks to each and everyone for accepting our invitation and being with us here today to give their blessings. Thank you. Gamma 2014 places on records its appreciation and heartfelt thanks to all those who coordinated the cultural performances. Each one of them, along with their team, have been devoting a lot of time, energy and efforts. For the last few months to present a power-packed performance today. We had more than 100 performers today. Their dedication, hard work and enthusiastic performance will make this day a colorful and memorable one. Let us give a big round of applause to all the performers. Gamma 2014 Cultural Committee has been putting in selfless and relentless work over the past few months to coordinate this event. Our sincere thanks to Gamma 2014 Cultural Committee. Thank you. Then we want to express our heartfelt thanks to all the Gamma 2014 subcommittees for all the efforts they have put in. Special thanks to the membership, registration and food committees. We are getting great support from all previous executive committees with membership drive and advertisement campaign. Our special thanks to all business, especially Gamma member-owned business, for their meaningful support towards the advertisement campaign. Gamma 2014 is venturing with a fundraising campaign this year. We have already rolled out a stage show, Ullasa Tirumala, for Gamma 2014 fundraising that is scheduled on June 1st. This is to complement Gamma's ongoing vision to build an asset base in the upcoming years. Our sincere thanks to all volunteers, contributors and participants who are involved with this upcoming show. Our sincere thanks to Jijos Audio Visuals for providing sound systems, digital video and still photography. Thank you. Gamma 2014 expressed its sincere thanks for all the support we got from Berkmar High School management, especially from the custodian, Ms. Sandra. Thank you. Then our special thanks to the Gwinnett County Police Department for their presence and supportive service during this event. Thank you. We express our sincere thanks to Gamma Women's Forum for their appreciable services and great support today. Thank you all. We were provided with an excellent and delicious lunch today. We express our sincere thanks to Royal India for catering service. We express our sincere thanks to everyone who contributed to the success of this event with lots of enthusiasm. Our special thanks to all volunteers. Thank you. Lastly, Gamma 2014 expresses its gratitude to all the members and guests. This event would not have been a grand success without your valuable presence. Thank you all for your cooperation.
Thank you, Shaibi. We sincerely apologize to all of you for the technical difficulty we had at the beginning of the function with the national anthem. We hopefully fixed it, and now I request all of you to raise one more time for the Indian national anthem and the national anthem of United States of America.